Hello, everyone. We're a couple minutes early, but I got restless, so I think I'm just gonna get started. Cool. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to be doing another live Q&A sort of video, but I have actually had time to prepare for it. So, yeah, hopefully, I think we should be able to get through a lot of questions and get things answered for you, and should be good. So, as you can probably tell and already know, I'm going to just go through some of the, I'm going to go through some of the answers to the survey that I sent around to my email list the last few weeks, and just kind of like go through that. I promise it kind of sounds a little bit boring, but it won't. I promise, because I actually need you guys' input, and I have a couple of questions for you, so hopefully you can help me get those answered. And then after that, we're going to be doing the live Q&A bit, so I hope that you have brought your questions for me to answer, and then we can just go through that, and I'll answer as many as I can within the hour. Looks like I don't have a good connection. Let's see if we can. Hi, Jordan. Hi, Philip. Okay, I hope you guys can everyone like hear me okay? And does it seem like it's breaking up a little bit, or, 10 days until your trip, Kim, that's amazing. We're having by the way, yeah, if it looks like I'm in like summer clothes right now, that's because we've had summer weather here in London this weekend, and it's been absolutely glorious. So, hi, Fox and Wolf. From California, nice. I can hear you good, and it's not breaking up. All right, perfect. That's what I was hoping to hear. Great, awesome, thank you, Adam, that's awesome. Yay, oh, that's good news. Okay, perfect. So hello to everyone who just hopped in. I know I got started a couple of minutes early because I got really anxious and just wanted to get going. The video is skipping. Okay, let's see. No, it's cool. All right, if it gets really bad, just let me know, and I'll try to like move closer to my Wi-Fi or something. I have no idea how I'm gonna fix that, but we'll see. Anyway, okay, cool. So yeah, so let's go through, wow, from Trinidad, from New Jersey, from Las Vegas. How about everyone just say where they're watching from, by the way, because that's pretty cool. Oh man, I know loads of you guys that watch my videos are from the US, and but then also like people are from all over the place. So amazing. Colombia. Oh, that's so cool. North Carolina, Toronto, Greece. Oh, that's amazing. I went to Greece a couple years ago. It was awesome. Argentina, Italy. Oh, I'll be there in a couple of months, down in Florence again. Singapore, Houston, North Carolina, India, Brazil, New York. Oh, this is so cool. Marcelo, I know you're from Argentina. It's good to see you again. Florida, Dallas. Wow. Poland. Oh my gosh, so cool. India. Wow, amazing. Okay, cool. Brilliant. Well, it's so great to have you guys. Hopefully the time, it was tough to like pick which time zone to do this in, and I wanted to like have decent light and stuff so you guys could actually see me, unlike in the last live video. Las Vegas, awesome. Seattle. Oh, and lots of you are going to be here in like the next couple of months, which is great. I really hope this nice weather carries on for you, because London is just an incredible city when the nice weather is here. So, okay, cool. Let's get into it. So, like I said, I won't spend too much time on going through these survey answers, but I do have like some questions for you guys, and I want some input. So hopefully that's okay if you can kind of help me out with some input in the comments. Yeah, so let's kick it off. So, let me just go through my list really quick. Cool. So if you took the survey, by the way, 600 of you took the survey. I can't even begin to thank you guys for taking the time to do that. I really wanted to like offer something to like give away, to be able to like for people who entered it. It just wasn't something I could do, and I'm like overwhelmed by the responses. That was just incredible. So if you're one of the people who took that, thank you so much. And if you're not, don't worry, I'm sure I'll do one in the next few months. But there were a few open-ended answers, or questions that had open-ended answers that you could put anything you wanted into it. And the first question was, what is the biggest problem that you have when it comes to planning your trip to London, or what was it when you came to visit London? And a really big common theme was people saying that they essentially like had trouble planning their itinerary, which does not surprise me at all, because the survey I did last year, it was the same thing. And also I know that it's really difficult once you get to London, because if you have a million things you want to see, it's so hard to plan how to get in between each place because the city is just massive, and I don't think anyone really appreciates it, including myself, until you actually get here. And it's not as easy as just like walking to each place. You might have to like hop on the tube or, you know, take the train, whatever you have to do. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all. So I definitely want to create some kind of itineraries for you guys. The thing is, if I'm going to create something for you, I want this, I'm not going to half-ass it pretty much. I want it to be something that's way better than stuff that you can find online right now, like on blog posts and stuff. So it would include like a map to help you, like a Google map, a custom map to help you get around and all this stuff. But I'm kind of struggling with how to set up the itinerary. So there's two main problems that I'm having with it. I don't know how to structure it really in terms of, would you guys prefer that I create a bunch of one-day itineraries and then you can pick how many days that you want? So like if I make, let's say I made 10, then if you're coming to visit for 3 days, you can choose to get 3 of them, or if you're here for 7, you can choose to get 7 of them. And each day would be like in a compact area, so it's like almost everything's within walking distance. Or would you prefer that I did like one 3-day itinerary, one 5-day itinerary, one 7-day itinerary, and then you just pick the one that works for you. So I probably won't be able to read through all of the comments right now, but if you could just leave a really brief comment and just let me know what you think about that, like which one you would prefer, whether you've been here or not, that would be super helpful. And the second thing that I'm kind of struggling with as well is that everybody has very different travel styles. So for example, when I go travel, I don't really do like touristy attractions and sites. I usually try to like find interesting restaurants and like walk around and just kind of explore on my own, and I'll take like a couple of recommendations here and there. But then I know so many of you come to London and you want to see all of the world famous attractions here. So kind of struggling with how I can cater to both of those. So what I've been thinking is that maybe I could do like personalities. So there would be itineraries that are for people who want to do the touristy big sites and attractions, and then there's like a group of itineraries that are for like more of the offbeat local things to do. And then if you want to mix it up, you might be able to do that. That could be an option. And yeah, so what do you guys, can you let me know also in the comments what you think of that? Would you fall into one of those categories? Would you want something different? Or would you kind of just like be keen to hear just to get anything really and get any kind of tips? And yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but I hope that makes a little bit of sense. I essentially just like, I want you guys to like everything, obviously, that I'm going to be putting into the itinerary. And if you're going to pay for it, I want it to be like, I can't tailor it to everyone, obviously, but I want it to be including things that you would actually like to do. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Cool. Yeah, just leave your comments and then I'll have a read through all of them at the end of like once we're all done with this. That would be great. 43 of you are here now. Amazing. That's cool. Great. So Q&A questions, I will get to those in a little bit. Yeah. Oh, actually, I'll talk about this too. So there's a couple more things I'm going to talk about in the survey, but then we'll get into the Q&A. There is this thing called Super Chat. So if you're like super keen to get your question answered in the Q&A, you can actually give a little bit of money in the Super Chat, and then that like highlights your question at the top in a color, and then I'll be able to definitely answer those. Please don't feel like you have to do that. Like, I'm just gonna try to get through every question if I can. It's just like the amount of time that we have. Or if you just feel like you maybe want to like support the channel and just say hello, you're welcome to do that as well. You can send a super chat by clicking the little dollar sign in next to like the chat box, but please don't feel like you absolutely have to do that. But that's there as well. And then what we'll do is, as we do the live Q&A, I'll like take a little super chat break and go through all those and then go back to the regular ones. Cool. Okay, so back to the survey stuff, as if I'm not confusing you guys enough. So one more thing I wanted to address. Someone in one of the open-ended questions or answers and I'm going to kind of read a summary of the comment. So someone said, when I, obviously, like, these questions were a lot about, like, what would you pay for? Like, what would you feel that I could create for you that would provide you enough value and help you enough that you would give money for that to be created and given to you? So someone said that they wouldn't pay for anything that I created, which is completely fine. That's what I want to hear from you guys. Like, I want to hear your opinions on everything. And they said, I get that this is your business, which it's not really yet. Hopefully at some point it will be, but it's not at this point. But they said, why can't you get sponsors instead of essentially charging for things for me to create? So that's a really great question, and it's something I'd actually really like to address, if that's okay. So if you're familiar with the YouTube world or like how blogging works, you'll know that a lot of people make money by being sponsored by brands to create like a video or a blog post. Some of you know that, like, I work with the London Pass, and that helps to like keep the channel going. There's things like that. I personally don't plan to do any kinds of sponsorship anytime soon, because, to be completely honest, the amount of time that it takes to go into like creating a sponsored video, while it gives me the option to give you guys free content, there are literally hours and hours of behind the scene work of like having to create contracts for it, having to make sure the sponsor's happy with what they're getting paid for, having to create the content and then sharing it with them, and then they say, no, we don't like that and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Then I have to explain that I don't think that you guys would like that, so we're not going to do that. And it's like hours and hours, but all that time doesn't give you guys any more value. You don't get anything out of that. So I'd rather, instead of dealing with that, I would rather take all those hours and put it into creating something that, although you would be paying for it, it would be creating something that would give you so much more value and help you out so much more than a sponsored video would. So yeah, hopefully that kind of like just covers that a little bit. I'm definitely not going to work with sponsors at any point, because it could actually mean that we can create really great free stuff for you as well, which would be great. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I thought that was a really interesting comment, and definitely wanted to address that. Anyway, okay, so I think we can get started on the Q&A now. So if you want to go ahead and put your, start sending your questions if you haven't already, then I can start looking at them. So if you give me a second, I'm just going to go into, so I can actually see your live chats. Let's see. I'm still trying to like figure out how all this live stuff works, so hopefully I'm not completely boring you guys to death. But oh, how did I do it last time? I did this last time, but I figured out how to get to it. Oh, what have I done? Okay, done. Keep sending. Oh my gosh, Baldo, 2 Canadian dollars, I think that is. Thank you so much. That's really kind. I didn't see a question, but if there is one, I'll hopefully see it in 2 seconds once I figure out what I'm doing. Okay, let me try this one more time. That's really kind of you. Okay, good. I see lots of questions coming in. Keep them coming. I want to see. Why isn't this working? Let's see. Hi, chat. Oh, why isn't this working? This is gonna, oh, here we go. Oh, that was, okay. That was silly of me. We're live. Live chat. Yay, we got it. Perfect. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Oh, that's, okay. Let me go into that. Baudo, that was really nice of you. Thank you so much. And I see you sent another message. I'm trying to see, where is it? Come up. Okay, I'll read it in a sec once it pops up. So I'm looking on my computer right now at the questions, which is why I'm looking down. Cool. All right, let's see. Let's start with... Foxy Wolf said, I visited London 2 times and I wanted to visit uncommon boroughs. What would you suggest? So I have a video about like kind of the less common areas to visit in London. if you haven't watched that, definitely that's a really great place to start. And then if you go to those areas and then just branch out a little bit, those are like, you'll be able to find some more areas that you probably wouldn't have explored before. Also, if the next time that you come, think about staying in an Airbnb where you're gonna be having a host that can like tell you a bit about their area. So if you say someplace you might not have thought of, then they can tell you like all the cool things to do that are really close to the Airbnb. Okay, let's see. I think this is like kind of delayed a little bit, which is a bit annoying, but hopefully, because I saw Baldo, I saw you sent another comment, but I can't actually see it. Hopefully I'll get to it I will get it at some point. Okay, so Jamila Smith said, what are some things to do if you have a baby? That's a really good question. I've been getting lots of questions about things to do with families. I don't have kids myself, so I'm not the best person to ask about this, but it is something I want to create things about, because I know loads of you are just like, especially a lot of you are struggling with babies, but then also kind of like that in between of like the tweens. I do have, if you go to my Pinterest account, I do have a post, or I do have a board that has loads of information and blog posts about what to do with kids. So just search for Jess in London on Pinterest and go through that. It's a really good place to start, and I promise at some point I will figure out a way to create some more content around that. So good question. Toby said, what do you do if you're in London and you get lost? Don't worry, it's completely fine. It happens to me all the time. Just ask somebody. People are actually really receptive to like giving directions and helping you out. Unless they look like they're in a major rush, then just ask someone. You should be able to find, there's these really tall, I guess they're like signs or something, but they have maps on them. Those will help you out as well. And they're like everywhere in the major areas that like tourists go to. So don't worry, you'll be completely fine, I promise. And then if you like get really, really lost, pop into a shop and see if you can get someone give you directions. Mr. Eric said, if you don't drink alcohol, are pubs cool about serving non-alcoholic drinks? Yeah, that's fine, because like kids go into pubs, so they have soda. You can get like, some places will have mocktails if you want a mocktail. Yeah, that's completely fine. Also, a lot of pubs are, for like, most of them are big like restaurants, really, essentially. So loads of people go and don't drink anything. That's fine. Okay, cool. Oh, some people also keep an eye on the chat too, because some people are actually giving some really good answers. Like Neil said, if you're lost in London, ask a police officer. Yeah, they're really used to that, so that's a really good tip. Cool. Okay, let's see. Oh, Baldo, okay, I see your question now. Thanks for that. Where can I get the best view in London that is not the London Eye, the Shard, or St. Paul's? So, there is the Sky Garden, which is free. You just have to reserve in advance. There's good views there. It's not as high as the Shard. Obviously, the Shard is the tallest building in Western Europe, but it is free, which is great. You can get a cocktail up there, and you can see the Shard and a lot of other landmarks, and they kind of like on the glass, they'll point out a lot of the landmarks so you can see what they are, which is pretty cool. So I like the Sky Garden. Let's see. Oh, okay. Anne said, I downloaded the City Mapper app, which if you've watched any of my videos about London transportation, you know I recommend that everyone download that. And put in to get from Paddington Station to the hotel, but I didn't know what all the options were. Like a brown icon that said Bakerloo. What is that? Okay, so what City Mapper is doing is it's giving you all the public transportation options that you can take. So Bakerloo, anything that's like Bakerloo and has like a color behind it, that is one of the underground lines. So you're going to take the Bakerloo line, and if you go into the details in the app of that route, it'll say like get off at this stop and do this and do that, and it's pretty straightforward. If you're going because you're going to be going from Paddington to your hotel. Yeah, okay. So yeah, just click into the details. It'll tell you more about like where you get on, where you get off in that. Let's see. Allison Forster said, what are your favorite places to have tea? I'm definitely going to be doing a blog post about this because I get this question almost every day. So there are loads of really good places. The ones that I've been to and definitely recommend are the Ampersand Hotel, which has a really good traditional tea, but also has the science tea, which is good for kids and adults alike. And then you can go to the Science Museum after that because it's just nearby. The Charlotte Street Hotel has a lovely afternoon tea. Both of those places, I think it's £30 without bubbles. And we went to Claridge's for Valentine's Day. That is really high end, but it's like a really amazing experience. And I think those are the ones that I recommend the most, but there's loads of really good ones. But I'm definitely going to write a blog post on that. Let's see. Cool. Okay. Oh, it looks like some people who actually live in London are on here too. That's nice. That's fun. Oh, and if you see anyone like writing mean stuff, I think you can also block them or give them a timeout or something, but I'm also going to do that. So, because there's some, Sush, I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong. Sushma Pai said, any good place for vegan tea? Yes, I do have one actually. It's called Raw. It is in the La Suite West Hotel in Bayswater. And I am not vegan, but I had the vegan tea there and my husband came with me and we both really liked it. So that is definitely the place to go if you're vegan. Okay. Kim Commerce said, is going to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant worth it? So I actually haven't been to any before. I hear mixed reviews about them. So I can't really answer, but I wouldn't say it's like you have to go to one when you're in London. Leandro said, where to go in order to buy London souvenirs. So in central London, there's loads of places for like the classic London souvenirs. There's also this shop called We Built This City, and that is in Carnaby. And they have like really cool and interesting souvenirs that you can get all like London. Like they have prints and postcards, but they're all made by independent creators. So, and the shop is just really cool. So that is, I think, another really good place to get a souvenir. Also, the markets, like Borough Market, you can get, like, they have jars of jam, which I think is a nice souvenir. And there's just, a lot of the markets have, like, even clothes and stuff. And, yeah, markets are really good for those, too. Purdue said, how to store luggage for day when checking out or before checking into hotel or Airbnb. If you're staying in a hotel, they'll most likely have luggage storage. Just ask them before you book. But obviously in Airbnb, it's probably not going to work. However, I would ask your Airbnb host because they might know of a place nearby, and that way you don't have to like schlep your stuff to the luggage place and then go back to the luggage place and then get to Airbnb, so they might know. I think also there is storage. I think some of the major stations like Victoria and definitely Waterloo Station has luggage storage. So if you do a quick Google search, you'll be able to find a couple. And also someone told me, I think the Tate Britain has free storage as well. So you can like go into it and like explore, but also they'll hold their stuff for you, but you just leave it for the day. Some of these questions are funny. Do you like porridge? Fox and Wolf said. It's all right. I don't actually know where you would be able to get good porridge in London. I think there's a lot of other things you can get instead. Richard White said, what are your thoughts on the London Pass if I will just break even with it? And also, how much money would be enough for 21 days in London? Wow, that's a long time. That's cool. So, Richard, I'm assuming that you're saying that you, like, figured out how much everything would cost, and, like, if you buy it, it's just breaking even. I mean, it's kind of up to you. If you think you might get here and feel like you might want to slow your itinerary down a bit, or if you just want that flexibility to be able to do that, then I probably wouldn't get it. Also, if you're going to be here for 21 days, then why don't you give it a few days when you're here, see how you feel, and if you're like, you know what, actually, I want to do all that stuff, and I think that would actually work well, then you can get it. I think you can buy it like 10 minutes before you even use it. So, yeah. The Amazing Agnostic, $1. Thank you very much. That is really lovely of you. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, I see. Did I miss your question? I demand a retrial. Okay. Let me see. Oh, that's because you wrote a really mean comment. I'm going to just block you, but thanks for the $1. Cool. All right, let's see. Sean Cheng said, which part of London do you love the most? Really, really tough question. So I love West London because it's really lovely. And if you imagine like Notting Hill, how it's just really beautiful houses, that is kind of like what a lot of West London is, and that's around where I live. But also East London's really cool because places like Shoreditch and Old Street, those areas have like amazing street art, and you can walk around the corner and literally just find anything. They have like the quirkiest shops, there's loads of great food, so it's hard to say really. I'm not gonna say it's right, sorry. Lies Zanini Lopez. Is enough 20 pounds per day to eat in London? Yeah, you could get away with that. It just depends, like if you want to eat out, it's not gonna be enough. Definitely not. But you can go to like a market and have lunch there, have breakfast at your hotel, and then maybe try to do like, some restaurants will do happy hour deals for food if you go before like 6 o'clock, so you could save a little bit of money that way too. Jackson Horan said, I'm coming to London for my first time in June. My aunt and I reserved an Airbnb in Fulham near the West Brompton station. Is this a good area to stay? How close are you to the city? Yes, it's a really lovely area to stay. You'll really enjoy it there. And you're very close to everything, so that's perfect. Cool. Annabeth said, is it really windy, I'm guessing you're saying, in London? Today it is, but it just depends on the day, really, so hard to say. Marissa said, what are the pay-as-you-go cell phone plan options for someone visiting London for 6 days? Where do I go to buy it? You can get a SIM card at the airport, or there's like loads of cell phone shops here. You can get one there and just get like, just the pay-as-you-go ones. They're really easy to come by. Leo said, should I visit Stonehenge if I'm only in London for 3 days? No, I wouldn't. It's a really long journey, and personally, I don't think it's worth the journey anyway, but no, I wouldn't. Let's see. Okay, Richard said, what is the weather like in June in London? So I have a video about weather because weather is so hard for me to like, I can't really say definitively what it's going to be because it could be, we have really warm days, like we have, like it's April and it's 75 degrees out today, which is never happens, but then it could be also really cold in June and like rainy. So I watch my video about weather. It kind of clarifies like how to figure out what it's going to be like. Okay, let's ban this guy. Cool. Heider said, hi, I'm spending a month in London and I'm thinking about buying a month travel card because I'm only using public transportation. Do you think it's the right move? Yeah, that's probably the best thing you're going to want to do. Oh, I'm in Northampton and it's hotter than Istanbul today. Whoa. See? There we go. Very strange. Melina said, I'm from Argentina and I'm going to move to London soon. Do you know how Latin people adapt to life in London? I think probably well, but it just depends on the person. But it's honestly, it's so multicultural here that I think as long as you like try your hardest to adapt, you'll be fine. And there's so many people in the city that have had to do the same, just like me. So I think you'll be good. I look like Monica from Friends. Oh, thanks. That's very nice. Tune 26. I didn't see your question, so if you write it again, I'll try to get to it. Let's see. The legend said, what are the best foods you would prefer to eat in London? So, the cool thing about London is that we have great every type of food that's here is good. So you can find like really good Indian food. You should definitely go to like Brick Lane, or there's loads of really good Indian restaurants here. There's a place called Tyabs, which is supposed to be the best Indian restaurant in London. And you can bring your own drinks, which I love that. There's really good Thai restaurants. I'm not really like a huge fish and chips fan, but if you wanted to try that, you could go to Poppy's. That's the best fish and chips place, I think. Yeah, and then like I go and have a Sunday roast at a pub. Any pub's pretty much going to do a Sunday roast. That's just like a classic thing to do in England, and it's one of my favorite traditions, actually. Anne said, do you need reservations for tea? It depends. I would try to make reservations. Not every place will need it, but I would try to make them. Yeah. Kramer family, best service for having bags delivered from airport to rental apartment. I haven't used that before, but if you really don't want to do like, I don't know if you guys don't want to get a taxi. I would just get a taxi, honestly, and put all the bags in there. It's probably going to cost you the same, and then that way you don't have to go on public transportation. You guys can all just go together. Good luck on your exam, Sushma. Okay, Wayne said, hi from LA. If you had to pick a market to go to, borough, etc., where would you go and why? That's a tough one. Borough Market's good, but there's literally loads and loads of really good ones. I love Exmouth Market. It is just like perfect for lunch. And there's also Leather Lane Market. There's lots of options for lunch there as well. And I really like Spitalfields Market because it's enclosed and there's loads of really good food options, but then they also have artisan like clothing and all types of like things you can buy there. Purdue, am I right to think that driving a car on early Sunday morning is good time for least traffic? I think so. I guess it depends on what early is, but yeah, that should be fine. Let's see. Hi, Leo said, I will be staying on Park Lane. Is that a good central location? Yes, it's amazing. It's also in my free accommodation guide. That's one of the areas I highlighted, so good choice. Leandro, is Uber allowed in London? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's pretty much, I don't really use black taxis. I usually just use Uber. Revising 365. Is there a way to avoid southern trains from London to Brighton? I don't think so. I think although if you check Google Maps, it'll tell you what your options are. You might be able to there might be one other option. Okay, cool. Awesome. A million good questions, guys. Thanks and if I haven't gotten to it yet, if you want to post it in again, I'm trying to just like keep up. There's loads. Cool. Let's see. Is Holborn a good location for spending 3 days in London? I'm guessing you like mean to stay. Yeah, Holborn's in like the center of it all. If you want to stay in the area, the Hoxton's really good hotel. You're just literally like in the middle of everything, so that's a really good area. And Marylebone, Kramer family, that's a lovely area as well, like quite high end, and yeah, it'll be good around there. Cool. One of my things to do is walk across Abbey Road. Touristy, I know. Kim, I did include that in my overrated attractions, but you can do whatever you want. That was just my opinion, so cool. Vicky, do you recommend any specific tours to Bath and Stonehenge? I don't have any experience with tours, and I get loads of questions about this, and I wish I could help more. No, I don't. You can do it on your own pretty easily as well, so I would consider that too. I wouldn't don't try to, unless you're super keen on Stonehenge, I really don't think it's worth it. It is so far, and it is just, I've driven past it and I was like, it's just so far. And I think there's just so many better things to do in London and outside of London. John Pat said, going to work in London for 3 months, fun. So I might travel all around Europe. Do you suggest a plane ride or trains to France, Germany, etc.? It completely depends on where you want to go. If you can get trains, that's great. So you can get the Eurostar from King's Cross St. Pancras, and it gets you to Paris in 2 hours. You can also get all the way to the south to Marseille in 7 hours. Trains are great. I really like trains, but then also there are some really cheap flights you can get to anywhere in Europe, really, from London. So. Oh no, Richard, Elizabeth Tower has not been covered in scaffolding yet, and you can still hear the bells at this point. So I've been trying to like keep updated on this, but it looks completely fine now. Like nothing's changed at this point. So, Caroline, Battersea is a good area. If you're renting, yeah, that's a really nice area. Cool. Oh, Purdue, good rooftop movie nights you know of. Yes. So there are a few companies that do that. I've done one with, I think it's called Rooftop Cinema Club. There's a few though. So if you download either Y-Plan or Fever, those are 2 apps, you'll be able to get tickets through those. You can also search, just do a Google search and they'll pop up, just say like Rooftop Movie London, and you'll be able to see like the websites and they'll have listings for what shows or what movies they're gonna show. But yeah, if you get good weather, it's a really cool experience. Oh, and Richard also asked, is Paris an easy day trip from London? No, I never ever recommend doing Paris as a day trip. It's just, even though it's only 2 hours on train, you still have to get up really early. There's just so much to do in Paris. You're really not going to be able to see it. And Paris is very similar to London, where it's huge and it takes forever to get everywhere. So I definitely wouldn't do that. I would give it at least 3 days. Cool. All right. Let's see. I think we'll do maybe like another 15 minutes if you guys still have questions at that point. And then I probably won't be able to talk anymore because my throat's going to go. Okay. Cool. Greetings from Colombia. Awesome. Nice to see you, Jesus. What do you mean? Okay. I'm trying to just get like to the questions that... Oh, God. If there's mean stuff, just ban it. Marcelo, I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't answer that question for you, Marcelo. I'm not really sure. If you go to Birmingham to Penkridge with NR, I'm not sure. Sorry. I wish I could help. Do I want to come to Moscow? Sure. Why not? Toby, can you play musical instruments in London? Yes. Why are you asking that? I'm not sure why you wouldn't be able to. But yes, you can. You can play them wherever you want. Okay, please ban Toby. Thanks, Kim. If something shows up, I'll make sure that I do that. Oh, why? Okay, I'll leave it for now. Cool. So, how long would it take to walk from Sydney to London? I'm in a hurry. I mean, it depends on how fast you can walk. I don't know. Caroline, best worst grocery stores? Weird question, but curious since I will be there a while. I don't know any bad grocery stores. They're kind of like just what we're all used to. Like there's Sainsbury's, there's Tesco, there's Waitrose is a little more high end. Yeah, so if you guys come across any of those and you need to get like breakfasty stuff, you can get stuff at all those. They're great. Okay. That's okay, dear. It's not London, not your cup of tea. Oh, thanks, Marcelo. Creamer family, best worst coffee chain. I'm not a huge coffee fan, but a couple of the good ones are Monmouth Coffee. There's a couple of locations, one by Borough Market and one in Seven Dials. And actually I'm going to share on my Facebook page. I just saved a Facebook, like an article about this stuff because I'm just not really that good at it. In terms of worst, I don't think there's like bad ones, but we have like the usual chains here. Like there's Costa Coffee, there's Nero. If you're like in a pinch and you need coffee, you'll be fine there. But it's not like the, like a small cafe where you get like the really good stuff. Good question. Cool. All right. Some of these are not in English and I don't know what they're saying. I hope they're nice stuff. Puff the Panda, how long have you been stuck in an airport because your flight has been delayed? Oh God. I haven't had that many problems, but when I was coming back from New York in July, I got stuck at JFK Airport for, I think it was, by the time we took off, it was 7 hours we were there, and the flight was supposed to be at 11 p.m. We did not take off until the sun was rising, and it was like 6 a.m. It was, oh God, it was the worst. It was such a terrible experience. Costa coffee is nice. It does cost a lot though. Good one, Elliot. Ida, any tips on a good brunch place in London? Oh girl, let me help you out with this one. So, if you want like a Mexican-y brunch place, there is 4 locations of a place called Barrio, and this is actually really good for groups if you happen to have a group where you're trying to find a place for brunch, but really affordable and good food. Yeah, I went to the Brixton one, so I recommend that one. I haven't been to the other ones yet. There's also, I haven't been yet, but there's a place called Bourne in Hollingsworth that's supposed to have very good brunch and is really beautiful on the inside. It's very like Instagram-y. And yeah, I'm trying to think off the top of my head my other top ones, but if I think of them, I will. Oh, the Modern Pantry. Great, great, great place for brunch. Definitely 100% go there. That's probably one of my favorites of all time. And and the Ivy Garden is good too. Okay, let's see. Best things to do by yourself in London. Really good question, Allison. So I think you can do anything really. If you feel like weird about going to a restaurant by yourself, it's a city, so it's a massive city. You'll never see these people again. Also, there are many times where Londoners see like people walking around with no shoes on or like no clothes on or like, you know, whatever. So whatever, doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. Museums are great. I think it's actually kind of nice to experience museum on your own because you don't have to like wait for other people that are still looking at stuff or whatever. And what else is good? Honestly, I think you can just do whatever you want. Sometimes I just like to go to the park on my own and or get like the Boris bikes and ride bikes and just take advantage of like not having to answer to anyone else. Annabeth, is it safe to be out by yourself? Yes, it is. There is, I have a video about is London safe, so have a watch of that. Yay. Okay, cool. Aw, really nice stuff. Oh, I'm banning this person. Hold on. Oh, it's so hard. It's just moving too fast, so. Can you recommend a pub to go to? That's LB, I think that asked that. So, there are so many good pubs. I did answer this in the last one. And I'm going to do something about pubs as well, I think, at some point. So, the Clerkenwell is really good. So it's like Clerkenwell, and that's in the area of Clerkenwell. There's this place... There's this place called the Telegraph. It's quite far out of the center, but you feel like you're in the proper country. Like you can't even imagine that it's in London because you feel like you're in the country. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I'll start with those ones. Yeah, I'll do something about that eventually. Okay, let's see. Toro Salva said, do you think you'll have a London accent? No, I don't think so. I think I will not, hopefully. But no, I've been told by my American friends that I definitely make some like English intonations of like how I ask things now. But besides that, I don't know. I'm keen to keep my American accent, I think. It's a good conversation starter. Leo, any tips for train travel around Europe? There's the Eurail Pass. I would look into that. I don't know loads about it, but it could be like if you're trying to go to multiple countries, that could be a good option. Otherwise, Italy is a really good country to get around by train. It's super easy. And yeah, trains are really cool in Europe, and they're way better than like, I don't know where you're from, but in the US, our trains are rubbish. So they're much better here. Am I talking about London, UK, or Canada? London, England, baby. What's your best Cockney line? I do not have one. So if you don't know what Cockney is, how do you explain it? It's like how Londoners used to talk. I guess, I don't know. I'm not explaining this right, but I think it's like kind of like code. So they'll say, instead of saying stairs, they would say apples and pears, I think it is. So I don't really know very much about it, but people kind of like still talk about it sometimes. But it's a very like traditional old London, East London thing, I think it is. Um, Daniel said, how long does it take to get to the London Center from London City Airport via tube? I don't think it's very long, actually. It depends on like where you're trying to go, but London City is the closest airport like within London. All the other ones are quite outside London. Cool. Should we do a couple more? Let's see. Oh, pig's ears. So that means beers. You say, I'm going to have some pig's ears, and that's going to have some beers. That's some Cockney rhyming slang for you. Cool. Aliana Noel said, what's your favorite movie? Probably The Theory of Everything, which is actually a cool movie to watch before you come to London. And if you want some movies and shows to watch before you come to London, then you'll have to watch out for my video in the next couple of weeks, because I'm going to be talking about that. Tora said, will Brexit affect you? I mean, it's not specifically me, I would say, but it's going to affect like everyone here in terms of like being able to travel and just like costs and stuff. Obviously, we don't need to get all into that, but specifically no, because I'm an American, which is not obviously in the EU, and then I'm on a spouse visa, so as long as I stay married, I'm good to go. Popular wine in London. I'm guessing you probably mean wine spots. So there's this place called Gordon's Wine Bar, and it is a very popular place to go for wine, and it's not like pretentious at all. It's very like loads of people go after work, and you can sit outside, or it's very it's almost looks like a cave or a wine cellar on the inside. So lots of people go there. That's a good spot. There's loads of places you can find wine around, even just like walking around. It's easy. Purdue said, like, Doctor Who, Top Gear, Broadchurch. Broadchurch is so good. Oh my God. Such a good show. Yeah. Oh, too good. Bill said, is Howard's worth the visit? So yeah, I think so. I mean, you don't have to, I wouldn't like, it just depends really, I guess. It gets really crowded if you can go in like right when it opens. That's probably a good idea. If you're not into shopping and shops and stuff, I wouldn't go. It's not, but if you like that kind of stuff, I guess it's kind of like the Macy's store in New York, but way nicer. There's also some other places you could go that are just similar, like Selfridges is a gorgeous department store, Liberty, and so maybe like if you're closer, you can go to those. Leandro, have you ever met some of your followers? Only a couple of them so far. I'm thinking of doing meetups in London, if you guys would want to do that, where we would actually like do something, maybe go for tea, or we could do like a mini walking tour and then go for lunch or something. Yeah, hopefully if that's like something you guys might want to do eventually in the future, then I would totally be up for that. That'd be fun. Can I do a meetup in America? I don't have any plans to get back to America anytime soon. So as of now, no, but also I'd have to probably do in New York because that's where I'm from. What is the latest, this is a good question, Fiona. What is the latest time you would feel comfortable walking around the city, catching the tube at night? So probably, personally, I would like midnight. I would feel like I'm still fine, and I've done it before. Beyond midnight, I would probably want to try to get an Uber home. Yeah, Kim, that's a good point. I think doing the meetups would actually be really great, especially for those of you who are solo travelers, for everyone to like meet, and then like for me to meet you, obviously it would be great. So let's see. Morius Mango said, do you prefer London or the US? I prefer London, actually. I think I just like Europe in general better than the US now, but that's good because I'm here for the long haul. Bill said, I bought a bus tour to Bath and to Stonehenge. I'm guessing skip that and go enjoy something else in London. I mean, if you already bought it, it's completely up to you. Like, some people do really enjoy Stonehenge. It's just my personal thing. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. But Bath I haven't been to Bath yet. I'm going actually in about 3 weeks. It's meant to be lovely. So if you already bought it, might as well just do it. Annabeth, have you been to the Harry Potter studio? No, I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I get asked questions all the time about Harry Potter. I don't know anything about it. So no, I haven't been, but obviously loads of people come and they go. Cool. D. Gray, sorry, I've seen you write this a couple times. Can you recommend good sushi restaurants? I don't eat sushi. Sushi Samba here is supposed to be an incredible experience. Very pricey, but the views are insane because I believe it's at the top of the walkie-talkie building, and it's like if you go on their Instagram, it's just insane, the views there. So maybe try that if you're not on a budget. Cool. Let's see. Oh, Leandra said, is Brexit good for tourism? I'm guessing Toro means tourism. It's good for you guys right now because the pound is so low, so you're getting really good deal on all of your everything pretty much that you're getting at this point. And make sure you get all your cash now in pounds because although I don't know when it's gonna bounce back, but we'll see. Cool. Okay, Kevin, what's your favorite chip shop? I don't really eat chips, so I don't really have one. If you're gonna get fish and chips, go to Poppy's. I don't know anything about Downtown Abbey Kramer family, sorry. Toro said, are the wages lower, same, or higher than in the US than in London? I've been trying to figure this out. I think they're lower, but it's really hard to say. Cool. So yeah, let's do like 2 more and then I think we'll call it a day. Let's see. Thank you again to Baudo for your super chat, by the way. That was really kind of you to give that, and also for sending in your question. No, Ben, I don't eat fish and chips, sorry. Carol wants to know if I like Justin Bieber. No. Well, I mean, I like his new album, I guess. Can I pack, Elna said, can I pack Biltong spices for a gift from South Africa? I'm not sure. You'd have to ask your airline, see what they say. Lots and lots and lots of questions. Blue Moon, how much costs for an Oyster card for 7 days? Well, the Oyster card doesn't cost anything really, but you have to, so I would put on like £7 per day onto the Oyster card. I have a video all about that, just like about Oyster cards on the channel, so have a watch of that. Cool. Oh, amazing. Thanks, Eric, for sending people my way. Oh, and thanks for the nice, I do see some of you writing some really nice stuff, so thank you so much, even if I haven't acknowledged it yet. Brianna said, do you recommend bringing cash and exchanging it to pounds, or just using your bank card or your credit card? I would use your credit card because I don't personally think that you should carry around that much cash. You're not going to need it really here. But talk to your bank before you do that, because if they have like crazy fees for ATMs and stuff, or for your credit card charges, you might want to consider getting a travel card that doesn't have that kind of stuff. Like Capital One does that, and a couple other ones too. Is it true all Brits have bad teeth? No, they don't. Nope, most of them don't actually. A lot of them have really good teeth. I think on one of my videos, a bunch of people were arguing about that as well. Leandro said, have you been to university? I'm going to take a course at Pearson College, London. I've been to university. I went to university in Virginia in the US. That's cool though, that you'll be studying here. That's great. Oh my God, I feel like more and more are coming in now that I said I was going to wrap up. D. Gray, thanks for the nice words. That's really nice of you. Oh, hi Dave Easley. How you doing? Good to chat to you again. And thanks for the nice words. That's really kind of you. Let's see. Okay, Marcelo. Okay, travel card. Always get questions about travel cards, so let's do this one. If you buy a travel card for zones 1 and 2 and you take the Northern Line to go to King's Cross to South Wimbledon, will you be charged an extra fare? So, yes, you will. South Wimbledon, I think, is zone 3, not zone 4, but double check on that. But yes, you will. So if you have your travel card on your Oyster card, you just want to make sure you have like additional credit on top of the travel card. And then if you have like the paper travel card, it's like not technically going to let you out, but just tell the staff member that's there that you messed up, and then like they'll probably just let you through the barriers. You'll be fine. Shelly, would you recommend visiting Oxford for a day? I haven't actually been to Oxford yet, but yes, even doing like an overnight could be nice, but Oxford is meant to be lovely, especially when the weather's nice. Hello from rural Devon. Oh, Devon's lovely. Hello, Nicholas. And Catherine went to college in Virginia too. I went to JMU. I don't know where you went. Oh, okay, this is an interesting one. Or I just lost it. Oh, is London more sophisticated than the US? I kind of would say yeah. So that's why I like do these videos about what you should wear when, or what you could wear when you come to London. You can wear whatever you want when you come here, but a lot of people ask, like, they want to kind of like make sure they're fitting in or like they're dressed up enough and stuff. And it's definitely more, yeah, people like dress up a bit more than here. Cool, good question. What time is it in London? 6:53. The sun is setting now, or about to start setting soon. I have all the windows closed so that it's not very loud in here, and me and my husband are just like kind of in a sweat box right now because of all the sun. Cool, awesome. Well, I hope that like you guys are finding this interesting and helpful, and I would like to keep doing these. I think maybe I'll do one once a month if you guys think I should. In lieu of maybe doing a video. Yeah. Did you experience culture shock when you first came to visit? Not really, just because I was used to living in Europe, because I lived in Italy for a year before I moved here, and I was just really excited to move here. So it's not that different here than the US. I mean, there are things that are different, but it's not, wasn't like, holy crap, this is like, I can't handle this, you know what I mean? These are really funny. Oh, Kim, I'm glad that you're learning. Okay, that's great. I hope I'm not just jib-jabbering on and on and on. It's actually really fun to do. I really enjoy doing this because I don't really get to I try to respond to comments as much as I can, but it's starting to get to the point now where it's just like, it takes a lot of time to do that. And a lot of them are questions that are of videos that I have on the channel. So I'm trying to it's just fun to do this because I can kind of we can go back and forth and stuff. Oh, I'm glad you like them, Fiona. Purdue, what do Londoners ask about you/Americans the most? Okay, well, maybe I shouldn't open this topic, but obviously the most common question the last few months has been what do you think of Trump? So I try not to get into that conversation as much as possible, but that's obviously a really big one given the current situation. People always ask me about moving away, what it's like to pick up and move, and they're like, well, aren't you ever gonna go back to New York? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. And they ask if I miss friends and family and stuff like that. All the kind of the usual stuff, I guess. And people are really curious about differences. And I really like talking about differences, when I'm at work and stuff. So people will ask oh, Jess, is it like that in the US? Or how do you say this in the US? Although now I'm getting to the point where I sometimes can't remember if the way I say it is the US way or the UK way, or I don't know. So cool. And Nicholas said, do you plan on living in London for the rest of your life? At this point, yes, I think so. A.R. Robinson, hi, I know you've commented a couple times on the videos. I know you are white, so I probably don't know the answer to this, but do you see racism in London like in the USA? You're right. I mean, I'm sure there's someone who could probably answer this better than I can. However, London is known for being very open and not like that at all. I mean, it does happen, obviously, but the whole slogan of London for this year, coming from the mayor, is London is open. So, and what I really love about this city is how diverse it is. It really it's just amazing to me, and something I never really want to leave, to be honest. So yeah, but I think, I'm probably not the best person to ask, as you've said, but yeah. Cool. That is a good question, though. That's really a good question. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to say your name. Jitan Jali? Okay, hopefully that was okay. Is it really as expensive in London versus New York? Yeah, it's, I think, comparable. It's hard to say. I think it's pretty much comparable. I think there's more free stuff to do here, though, and you can get better deals here probably, but if you just look for them. Cool. Oh, Carol, thank you I'm sorry you can't understand me. I wish I could speak fluently in another language. I'm working on the Italian at the moment, but it's I'm not to the Italian level yet. But yeah, Stephen, you will get racism in any country and city. Yeah, you're right. But I would say London's very accepting, generally speaking. Question for you guys. I'm going to Florence in a few weeks, and I think I'm gonna start to do some videos about Florence since I lived there, and I have a couple of videos on the channel already, but doing some like videos like how I do the London ones, and possibly start rolling some stuff out to help you guys if you're gonna visit Florence. Is that something you'd be into? Let me know in the comments. Okay, cool. So we're coming up on an hour now. That has gone very fast. So I think I'm gonna let you guys go. So yeah, I think I'll try to do this once a month. The next few weeks for me are really busy, and so I might miss a couple of videos. Please bear with me. Hopefully I'll get back into it in like the next few weeks, just to do like a few, even if you don't get emails and stuff from me. I'm really sorry, but it's just like, I'm so overwhelmed with work, and we're going on holiday and stuff. So yeah. Oh, there's still more good questions coming in. Okay, I have to. I'm sorry, I have to cut it short, but keep those ones for the next one, next Q&A for next month. Oh, and I see some Italian, Ben. Oh. Oh, okay. No, I'm all right. My brain's fried at this point. I can't get into that one. Thank you guys so much for hopping on this. I hope you got some value out of it. If you have any feedback, please shoot me an email or let me know in a comment. I'm going to go through everyone's comments in regards to those questions I asked at the beginning. And feel free to comment if you're watching this in retrospect. Yeah, that's the word. Feel free to comment what you think down below below the video. And yeah, so have a great Sunday, and I will see you guys at some point on the internet. Bye.